Are we here? We're here. Hey, everybody. I'm Howard Levy, and welcome to the second edition of Thursday Night Happening. And tonight, it's called Brasiliana. It's all about Brazil, a place that I have been to 3 times and toured in, and I've played the music of Brazil for many years now, and I'll be talking much more about that. But first, I want to thank everybody who donated to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Last week when we had our first show, it was an amazing response, and we really appreciate it. We raised enough money to buy, let me look at this thing, 2,385 or 86 or 84, I'm not sure, meals for people who are in desperate need of food. So many people are out of work right now that this fantastic organization is in need of money more than ever. And they're also one of the most efficient charities in existence. Over 90% of the money they take in goes directly to feeding people. Very low overhead, a ton of volunteers. It's a wonderful, wonderful organization. So once again, thank you so much. And I hope that you find it in your hearts, those of you who are joining us maybe for the first time this week, that you find it in your hearts to donate to this wonderful cause. All right. So Brazilian music, Brazil is one of the world's most rich originators of music. There's an incredible blend of styles between European influences and African influences and many other, even Middle Eastern, all sorts of different kinds of music. It's a huge country, larger than the continental United States, with a tremendous diversity of people and culture. And I'd like to start out with a song that many people say is the unofficial Brazilian national anthem. It's a love song written by Pixinguinha with lyrics by João de Barro in 1936. It's called Carinhoso, which basically means my darling and my dear. And I'm going to attempt to play it on the piano and the harmonica, and I hope you dig it. Carinhoso. And Pixinguinha, who wrote this music, was one of the leading composers of Choro music, which is very, very popular music in Brazil, sort of in between, like in America, it would be sort of in between ragtime and jazz and swing. And it's the precursor to samba and bossa nova. And in recent years, it's become much more popular. It's a wonderful form of music, and many Americans are playing it, and people all over the world now as well. So I'd like to play a choro that I composed. It's called RPM, and I wrote it in the Chicago area where I live, and also in Costa Rica, where I went on a vacation, a really beautiful place. It inspired it. And so here goes, RPM. Here it comes for you. Oh, I got a little off track in that first. The cavaquinho part, the left hand crosses over, right hand plays the violão part. Screwed up. Hope you will forgive me. So I have to mention at this point a deep thanks to all my Brazilian friends in Chicago who introduced me to all this wonderful music. I would not know anything about this music if not for Breno and Nelsa Sauer, the late Breno Sauer, pianist, and his wife Nelsa, fantastic singer, both from Porto Alegre, Brazil. And they had a band called Som Brasil, and I met some of my best friends through this band, musical and personal friends. Geraldo de Oliveira, great percussionist, and Luis Eberling, fantastic drummer and composer, and Dede Sampaio and Paulinho Garcia, who used to play bass with them and then guitar, an amazing singer, songwriter. He's now living in Los Angeles, and many others. And they turned me on to just so much wonderful Brazilian music from all eras and all regions and all styles. Most Americans' knowledge of Brazilian music was either maybe they saw Carmen Miranda and maybe they knew some Jobim tunes, and that was about it. But there's just so much more. And so one of the people that Geraldo introduced me to was the great Toninho Horta, who is one of Brazil's greatest composers. He worked with Milton Nascimento for quite a while, and they're both from Minas Gerais, the city of Belo Horizonte. where Geraldo was from. And Geraldo figured out a way of getting Toninho up here to Chicago, and we played a gig together. And then after the gig, I went to pick up my keyboard at the rehearsal studio that Geraldo had. I started playing some harmonica. Toninho was playing some guitar in the control room. I started playing along with him, and he didn't know I played harmonica. I just played keyboard on the gig, which was a wonderful experience. He said, "That harmonica sounds beautiful with my music. Let's record." So we ended up doing a recording session with Kelly Sill on bass and Steve Eisen on flute and Dede Sampao on percussion on a few tunes. It was unfortunately never released, but it was one of my favorite memories, musical memories, was that night and that recording. And I'd like to play for you one of Toninho's beautiful tunes that we did that night. It's called Francisca. Yeah, it's a beautiful jazz waltz, Brazilian style, sort of like Bill Evans in a way. Toninho is an incredible guitarist and pianist, both, and he writes the most beautiful harmonies, and that was just one example of his music. I feel very lucky to have played with him several times after that as well. So, I'd like to welcome people who are just tuning in and maybe who've just gotten here. We do have a comment board, and Mark Schlossberg from Seattle, Woody Wood. Hey Woody, how you doing, man? Thank you. That is a beautiful tune. Fantastic tenor player. Thank you, Doug. Is this only on Facebook? At the present time, this is on Facebook, but the rebroadcast is going to be on my YouTube channel. Hey, Sam. Great to see you. Oh, Tom, I was thinking about you as I played that. Thanks. Hey, Dale. Oh, wow, a lot of people. We're rolling back. Flavio, yes. Oh, Norman. Hey, Johnny. Hey, hey, Derek. Oh, thank you. He runs a wonderful online show. And, so many people here. Some Brazilians I see are tuning in. Pixinguinha for listeners. Yes. And Stephanie, Alan Siegel. Oh, my goodness. So, Otavio from Rio. That he introduced me to Mauricio Einhorn. We could hang here on the comment page all night. John. Oh, man. Thank you so much, John. John Hofnick. Wonderful musician and recording engineer from Chicago. Melissa, hi Melissa and Michael. I'm getting a smile frozen on my face from all these names, making me forget all the mistakes I made. So, anyway, it's very heartwarming to see all of you joining me. Sort of challenging myself here and doing a different style of music every week, and I really miss playing. For an audience, and I know you're there through these lenses of these phones that are filming me. I just have to remind myself that you're there because you're not here in my house, that's for sure. But welcome to my house and welcome to our show. So, the next tune I'd like to play for you was inspired by my looking at National Geographic magazine. I saw a picture of the Amazon jungle from above, and it was the confluence of two rivers. I think it was the Xingu and the Amazon, and they have different colored water and they flow together. And it kind of inspired me to write this tune somehow, sometimes looking at a picture, years before I went to Brazil. This was the mid-'80s, I would say. Okay, I'm going to turn this mic up so I can see the keyboard better. And Amazonas. I have recorded this on the Molinaro Levy project with the great pianist Anthony Molinaro. Played harmonica on that. And also on harmonica on my Tango and Jazz CD with a wonderful quartet. So you can get recordings of this, but my solo piano version is very different. That was pretty close. I'm reminded of a comment that a great former Chicago bass player, he's still alive, Aisha DeHaas's dad, Eddie DeHaas, he leaned over to me one time on a gig and said, "Hey, Howard, don't forget to breathe." That's something I try to remember at times like this. Well, that tune leads me to a discussion of another topic, which is the band Chevere de Chicago, which is a group that I was in for about, oh my God, I don't even know, 40 years? We have stopped playing recently, but it was one of the great bands in Chicago. It was a Latin jazz everything group with 9 maniacs in it. And the founding father, patriarch of the band, is the great Alejo Poveda, wonderful drummer, born in Costa Rica. And he developed a tremendous affinity and love for and ability to play Brazilian music on drums just about as well as anybody. His bossa novas and sambas, just batucadas, everything, just totally wonderful, wonderful feeling. He would lift up the whole room when he played. So Alejo, I hope you're listening, he introduced me to Manfredo Fest, one of Brazil's great pianist composers, and he unfortunately, Manfredo, passed away a number of years ago, but I was lucky to meet him, and we hung out, and I had played his tunes for years, like Brazilian Dorian Dream. That's it's kind of an audition piece for pianists who want to be in Chevere. You have to be able to play that. I know Dale remembers very well, and if Chris Cameron's watching, he can play that tune. All of us had to learn it. So Alejo introduced me to Manfredo. We jammed, and we thought, why don't we just go to a studio and just see what happened? Because there's such a great rapport. I think there's a picture of him. Is there a picture of him up on the screen? Yeah, pretty soon there will be, I think. So Manfredo was just a wonderful guy. He was pretty much 99% blind, and it didn't matter. His playing was so precise and amazing, and he had an incredible ear. He could read Braille musical notation, and he was so funny. Just a great sense of humor. There was never anyone like him. And so we went into the studio, and he walked over to the piano. We pointed him toward the piano, and he sat down and he started playing these chords. Like that, a samba trace. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. I said, Manfredo, what is that? He said, oh, it's nothing. I said, it sounds like a song to me. And I picked up my harmonica. I made up a melody on the spot. We kind of rehearsed it. I told the engineer, I said, hey, you better turn the mics on and bring me a mic. The piano already had mics. Just bring a mic out. Anything you got is fine. And I started playing this melody. And I started playing the melody, and that became Seresta. Now, Seresta means a serenade in Portuguese, and this is like an old style of song people would sing from a balcony. Manfredo named it. We came up with it, and then later I played the cassette for Paquito de Rivera, who I was playing piano with at the time. He loved it, and he recorded it on his album Explosion in New York City with Michel Camilo on piano, who added a kind of a Venezuelan, Dominican feeling to it. And so it sort of went through some changes. So I'll try to sort of honor all the different versions, including the one recorded by the Flecktones. And then there was another one, a version of it recorded by a gypsy jazz trio, Stolicho Rosenberg trio, They did it as a gypsy waltz. Dum, da, 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 da. So people from all over the world have played and recorded this tune. And by the way, you can also get the piano score and lead sheet at our brand new revamped website, because we have totally redone the website of levyland.com. And I really do recommend that you check it out. It was a labor of love. Took months to get everything there, but I'm really, really proud of it. So check it out, and I'm going to play Seresta for you right now. All right, thanks so much. Thank you so much. I had about 5 more tunes planned, but I think I just breathed. I didn't forget to breathe on that one. So I'd like to thank all of you for joining us today. Oh, Rodrigo. Oh, wow. Thank you. A great Brazilian harmonica player. You know, having toured in Brazil several times, I made a lot of friends down there. There's a big community of harmonica players all over South America, but especially Brazil and Argentina. Soren. Soren Zlat, for those who don't know, he's a genius, Romanian jazz pianist, composer, and also an amazing clarinet player. There aren't usually people who can play those two instruments at that level. Incredible. Just so happy to see all of you joining me. I don't feel so alone. You know, I really miss playing for you. You know, that's what I do. You know, it's one of the things I do. I'm a performer, so I really miss performing, and I know that so many of us do. But it's not safe to get on a plane and travel anymore. You know, it's going to take a long time. So I just urge all of you to persevere, stay safe, be smart, you know, stay healthy, watch out for yourselves, and, you know, stay strong. And next week, we're going to do this again. We're going to have music of New Orleans, some of which I've written, some of which are some of my favorite tunes from that part of the world, that great cradle and wellspring of American music. So much love to all of you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and see you next Thursday night at 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time. Arrivederci and adios and tudo bem.